Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 5 of our Iron Thief playthrough. We're in a bit of a pickle still with our food supplies, but you know, we'll hopefully get there. We do have a ton of beavers and I hadn't expanded the food supply properly. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Let's go ahead and actually put down some more of the kohlrabi, which will definitely help in terms of food supply. We have migrated our cassava planting up here. That should give us a good amount of cassavas to actually keep our fermenter busy. So in terms of industry expansion, I think in this episode we really just want to, not into the food factory, but the hydroponic gardens. I think this will, hopefully, I mean, it takes a while to actually make the mushrooms. But the nice thing about this is it actually doesn't need a lot of regular soil. So let's go ahead and already plant 4 of them while we're at it. So in order to make all of that happen, because, yeah, that is a lot of height that we need to cover. We will need to plan accordingly. So can have a staircase here, and then we need to kind of just go over, I guess if we do it like, oh no, wait, we wanted a staircase here. So I should actually put in the staircase so I don't forget about it. I'll also high prioritize the bottom part. Does need metal blocks, planks. We need some gears now finally. So let's deal with that. No beaver has died of hunger yet, but it's only a matter of time, to be honest. So I think what we're gonna do is, how far ahead are you? 95%. Okay, almost there. But we really need to place down some more food sources, and we will remove them as we get closer to being again sustainable. All right, mangroves are overall doing okay. We should be all right in terms of water overall. So that is at least something. And with these sluices being put in here, we can also, and here, we can actually remove the floodgates as well. And they are set to close below a contamination of 2%. And you're supposed to, I guess, yeah, let's close you at some point anyways. And we want you to close above a contamination of 1%, maybe? Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right. So they are putting this in already, which is good. I'm going to set the recipe to mushrooms right away. And then we'll need to kind of figure out when we're going to remove this in order to place a few more of our... Actually, why don't I prioritize you on harvesting? So this way the cassavas get put away right away. And again, just filling this up with kohlrabi. How's the cassava? That stuff here is actually growing pretty well as well. So we might have a chance, a potential chance to, well, not lose beavers because of me messing up. All right. One more berry bush in here, just to sort of clean this up. What are you? Where is our... You are our gatherer. Yeah, you have nothing to do. There's nothing for you to harm. Died of hunger. Sorry, mate. That is a bit painful, and he will not be the only one. He will definitely not be the only one. All right. We can also keep removing these platforms. You know what? I'll leave them in for now. Might want to utilize that area back here at some point. Not anytime soon. Okay, beavers are still growing up. So far only one died of hunger, so that's not too bad. And up here, The cassavas are coming in, which hopefully gives you enough stuff to do to actually, you know, make us survive. 2 more died of hunger. I am sorry, mates. Real sorry. So we need to figure out where to put in more, well, regular food. So what we could do is we could actually block this off back here and turn this entire area into a farming situation. Another one just died of hunger. Right, at least our bad water thing up here is working very smoothly. So that is something. Cassavas are being made. It is also being fermented. I will actually just add the work hours, increase the work hours, in the hope we won't lose more of our beavers. But obviously, no promises. We are a little bit short now in terms of overall manpower. I guess that is fine. How is this coming along? You're actually done. You're taking some water, and that means I need to watch my water a little bit more closely. So it takes 40 water and then turns that into 45 mushrooms. I really want to remove this so I can place the next building down. The forgot. Bad water contamination. Ooh. All right. So that is something we will need to plan for. We have put in pine trees up here, which means we can, not a forester, but a tapper shack. Let's unlock this and place this down over here as well. Because then we will, once this is built, we will actually end up getting some pine sap, which will then allow us to place down a treated plank factory. And we need the treated plank factory. Great, I didn't plan this through properly. Oh my. The treated plant factory is needed because, well, we need treated planks in order to build the, what is it called? Irrigation barrier? Irrigation barrier. So they will then go up here completely. Makes me wonder how are we gonna do this up there. I guess we could place you here. Blocking this off up here is rough. It's really rough. Maybe we should redirect the bad water out earlier rather than as it is right now. I mean, regardless, we can definitely put some irrigation barriers here, here, and here. That should be fine. You know what? Let's go ahead and place at least one more up there. And then we'll see how much that will actually protect our stuff. Worst case, we're replacing these in the long run with soil. Unconnected building. I guess that is true. Let's put you in, and I will pause the remainder of these. I'm gonna set you to mushrooms as well. Actually, it seems to be okay overall, again, in terms of food. We're getting a bit more in, so that is nice. Even though we've lost a good amount of that storage right here. But anyways. So they are building this part already. I mean, our pine trees still need a bit more time to actually get ready for all of this. So let's have a look what we can actually do in terms of additional infrastructure. So if we place you here, which we should probably just do, we will temporarily connect you up, and that will allow us to utilize that space later on in the long run, so to speak. Not so to speak, just in the long run. We should actually, now that I think about it, put in another plank production facility. Right here, planker here. And then the treated plank workshop right there. We do have 2 beavers in our treated... Oh, hold on. Okay, no additional beavers died of hunger. We have lost 5. The great vamish of cycle 8, I guess. Sorry, beavers. Alright. We do have a little bit of extra food. That means I will take the fermenter, put in another fermenter here, set you to the highest priority. We'll also remove those 2 right there, and then put in another fermenter into this corner. Highest priority as well. Guys, please get this done. So we are good to go, and this guy can actually produce more food. Oh, actually the kohlrabi has gone back up. Good, good. Fermented cassavas is completely gone now. You have nothing to do. We're already setting you to mushrooms. And what can you? Fermented soybeans. I think future worries. For now, I will pause you. You're already set to fermented mushrooms. We could actually put in a little bit of storage right there. Let's see. For now, I don't think we need the extra storage. Yeah, all of that seems to be doing okay. And again, our kohlrabi have come back in, so we're doing just fine. We do have 12 open beds, and our breeding pods are currently still halted because we're lacking berries. How do we lack berries? Might be because we don't have enough beavers to build stuff. Huh. Alright. I'm actually gonna set you to 1, and I'm gonna set you to 1. So things move along a little bit. And then it is time to unlock the treated plank workshop and place it down over here as well. Long term, it'd probably be good to have sort of a backup outlet down here. So that is something to consider. Also, if we are blocking or like turning this into a lake for farming around here, we need to figure out where else to put our large water wheel. That is... What's not connected? You are still not connected. That is accurate. And I thought you had already planted stuff, but that is not the case. Alright, I will actually pause you for the time being. We don't need you at the moment. Didn't there used to be like an option to prioritize the breeding pods? Am I missing something? I might be missing something. Anyways. Prioritize the breeding pods by haulers. I should finish my sentences and my thoughts, you know, before I keep talking. Alright. How are these coming along? They actually only need treated planks. We do have enough of the metal blocks, so I'm gonna pause the smelter. It'll ease up a little bit the power demands. Not by a ton, but a little bit. But again, we just need to figure out how to get a bit more power going in this overall area. So if I can't place you here, I can place you over there though. And we could relatively easily connect you down to this level. So maybe we'll actually plan for that. So put in a levee here, and I think a single levee will actually do the trick. It does. Good, another power wheel right there. I guess these were actually producing more power than I expected. Interesting. All right. It's coming in slowly, but okay. We did very well in terms of overall water needs. And we're gonna go ahead, remove the entire paths up here, and just make sure our beavers have something to build if they are bored. Oop, not on this side, mate. Yeah, remove. And then more levees, more levees, more levees, and so on and so on. You guys know the drill. Although, based on how things have been going, I'm probably gonna mess it up anyways. Alright, there we go. Needs to go all the way up to this height. That's actually a pretty decent sized reservoir. Alright. Oh, definitely not here. Because then our bad water will overflow. Don't want that to happen. And I don't need that top layer. So we're gonna remove that. I mean, we could expand this part here. I don't know if it's worth it, really. So we'll see how things go. I'll actually just do that from this side. And I might just... actually one level below. So with that, all of this should be done. All right. But it also means I should remove those three and replace you with a dam. Here we go. All right, now they can just keep building all of this whenever they have the time. Do we have some mushrooms yet? Nope, we do not. We're okay on food again, so nothing to worry about that anymore. But we can't seem to be getting our beaver population to grow again. So I'm gonna pause the inventors. Why aren't you? Oh, look, one is actually supplied. Good, good, good. All right. We have lost a good amount of beavers, so I was starting to get a little bit worried. And overall, you're actually put in as well. Pine resin is ready. 18 more gears. Yeah, in the long run, we really need to figure out more gear workshops. But for now, I think we're actually doing just fine. Should also keep connecting the paths up over here. We're gonna hug the side of the mountain. Just like that. And we could even utilize this area here later for additional industry as we're moving along. Drought is approaching. Sorry about that. I just came from a playthrough, the playthrough with the Ember Pelts, which we're playing on normal mode. So I really need to watch out that, yeah, I'm not forgetting that our beavers here might actually die in a drought. Anyways, 14 more gears to go. Where else can we start thinking about additional industry? Look how good we're doing with food all of a sudden. It's so weird. We actually don't need this piece anymore. Yep, we do not. So let me remove both of those. And one thing that we can already plan for is put in a bit more water storage over here. While technically not quite industry, it will be very beneficial. They do need gears. So this will be a more long-term plan. I'm not going to high prioritize the water storage because I really want the plank workshop to come along, and then they can wrap up the irrigation barriers up here. Because yeah, I think that will be quite important to, well, just figure out. There should be something so you can block that stuff coming underneath the levees. I wish we could plant the levees on top of the irrigation barriers. Because I don't quite know. I honestly don't quite know what they do. Besides just blocking stuff off. Anyways. Future stuff to worry about. Oh, we have mushrooms. Which means fermenter, you're on. Why is nobody bringing berries? We have so many berries in here. Why is nobody prioritizing the breeding pods? Alright. We're gonna pause our lumber mills for now. Leave the gear workshop on. You are paused. With 30 beavers, I will also pause one of our deep water pumps, because we only need 2 of you. I'm also gonna pause the science for now. Oh look, they actually supplied a little bit of stuff again. What else can we pause? We can actually pause the tapper shack. And we can pause the forester who has done its job. Just setting this up for future stuff. I think there was something like that, right? Almost. This outer row needs to go. So here we go. And we can already set all of this up to be oak trees as well. You guys reach, you guys will reach even one further, and you will reach one further. So we'll definitely utilize that. There we go. Because all of this will be irrigated sooner rather than later. Why are you guys building this one? Ah, shoot. We are in a drought, which means we are completely out of power. So we don't have enough material for this. So a large power wheel it is again. Getting our beavers kind of just up to speed. Need to connect this up here. Highest priority on both of these. I don't think... Oh, it is actually fully built. So we can create treated planks now. But without power, we're, well, doing nothing. Which might be an issue once, you know, about our food production. So we'll definitely need to figure that out. Again, sooner rather than later. But I think so far it's looking overall pretty good in terms of our industrial expansion in this season. This guy is really struggling with keeping the water supply up. So maybe in the long run, we'll actually not have trees up here and put a water pump in there. So actually in the long run, we should just have a direct connection, which we can actually put underneath here and connect into this part right there. I think that will probably be the most desirable, even though in a drought this will dry out really quickly. So we could actually then put a automatic water pump on this side. Yeah, anyways, future worries, future worries. All right, I do want to create some of the treated planks, but for that we kind of just need planks. You're on slightly too high a priority. I will actually set you to a normal priority because you're our food supply. We have one baby beaver. This is still not going so well in terms of supply for our breeding pods. You don't have... You're already full with kohlrabies. So I will actually remove... Maybe we can even pause one of them. Because our kohlrabi storage is full as well. Where are all our beavers? I don't think we have that much to build, so I'm gonna pause all the builder huts. Alright. Two open positions, I guess that makes sense. I do need to keep that water pumper up there, because he is supplying that area fully. Fermented mushrooms, how is our mushroom production? Is actually a little bit slow. So let me pause this fermenter as well. And then we're just one beaver short for doing stuff. How many gears do we have? 8. So power production, that is something that we should be looking into. And we could actually just add you here. Which might not be the worst idea. So let's go ahead, put in the levies here, set you to the highest priority. We don't have the science to unlock it though. Means I need to unpause a science hut, and then we're back to... Could you please supply berries to these? I don't understand why this is so hard. Who is even in charge? Oh. Oh my goodness. It's the work hours. Which I get for the folk tales. But for the Iron Teeth, work hours should just mean you guys have more stuff to do, and this is one of your jobs, no? Cultivation halted. I guess you're waiting for water. Yeah, anyways. We do actually need the gears to build this part right there. But at the moment we also just don't have any builders. Alright, a farmhouse will be paused. This is rough. Timberborn can spiral out of control so quickly. And earlier I was just thinking, it's like, it's actually not that difficult a game anymore, even on hard mode. Once you've figured out sort of the very basics of stuff, like how to keep your beavers hydrated, you're kind of good to go. But I stand corrected. Alright. We also want to make sure we are connecting this in here. Just like that. And then 2 more connections in there. Let's set you to the highest priority. You guys are needing gears. And we've probably just dumped them all into... No? Oh no, we do have still 17 gears available. We just have 0 builders. Alright. So pausing you, I will pause the hydroponic gardens now. It was a nice idea, but until we have sort of other stuff stabilized, I don't think we should keep them on. Alright, now we have 4 builders again. So that's pretty good. Need to keep an eye on the food, because I basically paused the entire food production. More beavers died of old age. How are the new beavers coming along? Slowly. Way too slow, I guess. But yeah, it's also just what it is. We also don't need 4 of you in here. There we go. Did nothing. We still have no open positions, no bored beavers. Crazy. What's wrong with you? Sorry, I need to pause for a second. Interesting. That's a new thing. I've observed this in the Ember Pulse. Maybe it's part of the mod. But, huh. I like that they have different color fur, although I'm not entirely sure about this golden beaver hubbard. Anyways. Alright, food's still looking okay. Water is low, but overall still okay. And again, the 2 water pumps should actually be doing the trick. We are producing treated planks. Although I'm not entirely sure where they're going. Oh, 4 have gone in here. So this is slowly expanding as well. So that's good. And again, long term, we need to figure out a better way of supplying our area with more food and as well with more power. I think looking over here, we could actually have that bad water flow out this way and then over here. That will allow us to put a few more large power wheels down as well. But yeah, future worries, future worries. 2 baby beavers finally, but another adult beaver died. Regardless, I think we've made some progress. What are they actually currently building? We do have 4 builders, right? What are you guys doing? Kind of want to know where they're going. Oh, building some stuff back here? I guess so. Instead of this, can't get all the required materials. We're lacking planks. And that is in part because we're lacking power, I guess. So let's pause the wood workshop. We don't... Now we do need more gears. 15, we actually should have enough. So I'll pause the gear workshop as well. And then add 1 more beaver to our large power wheel to get a bit more power into our situation. And I think that's the one thing that we'll focus on in the next episode. Creating or placing down an engine or 2 to turn the massive amount of logs that we currently have into something useful for our colony. All right, with that, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.